Time to launch my Alpha E-3. This is my third iteration of this rocket. We're out here at the Arizona Trust Land site on a pretty blustery day, but pretty nice. And I'm going to put this up 3 times with an altimeter. Here's a little bit of what I've done different with the Alpha E-3. This is my Alpha E2. I was able to recover this flying it on an Alpha E, but there was no room in the rocket for a altimeter. Just enough for the shock cord and wadding. So on this one, what I've done, first of all, another 3/16 lug. I once again use gauze to attach the engine hook to the side of the rocket so I could fit the E motor and any 24mm motor in there. And the paint job came out wonky. The clear coat crinkled it up a little bit, but whatever. This is meant to perform, not look good on the launch field. Put a little shiny strip there to make it a little bit more visible. It'll go up on this streamer again, like the number 2 did. The first one I used a parachute and lost it. The streamer worked great, brought it right back down. But this one I want to be able to fit in this little missile meter I got from Apogee with a 3D printed holder that you can get separately with it. So what I did with the nose cone is I cut the bottom off, weighted it down with epoxy, same amount of weight as I use in clay on the number 2. Put a metal hook here to hold the shock cord. This time I also used Kevlar shock cord instead of the big elastic shock cord that I'd used on number 2, and I will attach the missile meter to this. But that little thing fits right in there. Let's see if I can do this one-handed, but yep, it fits right in there, no problem. So I will make sure that it's secure and tethered to this hook, and we should be good to go. So I'm going to start with a C11.3, and then I'm going to move to a D12.5, and then I'll graduate finally to an E12.6, and I should get altitude readings on each one. So now it's time to put this up on a C11.3. Just first flight. Don't want to go too high, and we'll see how she flies. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thing I tethered that. I totally forgot to tape that in. I was going to put a little piece of tape. I'll do that next time. But let's see the main issue here. Almost got caught in the bush. So, yep, the fins look good. A little bit of charring. Streamer looks good. Doesn't look like any burning. I put a piece of tape at the very end of this time because usually they start shredding. Actually, it started to a little bit right there. These just come apart real quick, but I only need this last 2 more flights. And let's see what we got for an altitude. All right. It's got that weird bug TV flicker going on, but it's 893 feet that went. All right, sweet. D12.5 next. A couple more data points on the first flight. The motor's gone. It spit the motor. The adapter's still in there, but I had to use one of these old crappy motor hooks because it's the last one I had. I've since got more that are the better ones, the Estes ones. This was an old custom rocketry company motors retainer. So I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it, but it's snug. It fits over nice. It just decided it was going to boot it out. So, okay, we'll see what happens with the D12.5. Alpha E-3 on a D12.5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop. Streamer's out. Split that fan. Shoot. Motor stayed in this time. Wadding ejected. Streamer's good. 1,780 feet on a D12.5. All right, I'm gonna see if I can do a field repair on that fin. I've got my super glue gel stuff and get it up here on the E. Well, I got so tweaked about this broken fin that I didn't notice until I started walking back that I lost my nose cone. The eye hook just ripped right out of that thing. It was epoxied in there. So that was the weakest point. So lesson learned on that. I'll need to do that again to fit this thing in there. But the next time it's going to be more than, well, I'm going to have to use it. More epoxy, a different kind, something different. And I really wanted to use a D12.7. I didn't have one. I think that probably contributed to it because it was going up so lickety split fast by the time it wasn't quite at apogee when the ejection charge hit. At 5 seconds, at 7 it would have had a better chance. So that probably contributed to it as well. So time to go look for a nose cone. If I don't find it, then this one's done. I'm out here looking for the nose cone of my Alpha E-3. And it's another one of those deals where it's black. I have everything I ever search for in model rocketry out in the field that gets lost is black. Perhaps I will paint the next one fluorescent pink, but it hasn't all been fruitless. Well, I found somebody's cell phone out here. I'm not sure if I can get it on. I'll go home and charge it and see if I can find whose it is and see if the owner wants it back. And there's all kinds of black shotgun shells out here. That thing is weighted in the nose, so I'm sure it nosed in first. This ground is super hard, so it probably bounced. But hey, adventures in rocketry. Looks like there's gonna be an Alpha E4. I'm not gonna give up until I get an altimeter reading on an E motor. Okay, the rocket gods are just mean. So I found a black nose cone out here. Yep, there's my launch site. I'm just trying to go with the angle of the launch and then the angle of the wind, figuring that thing would basically drop and float a little bit from where the wind was. So I found a black nose cone. Unfortunately, it's not mine. This is not. It is not mine. It's weighted. And with clay, I can feel it in there, but it's not mine. That is just crazy.